It's Friday, October 24th, and we've got some severe weather over the next 3 days, and we've got some tropical activity setting up in the Caribbean. And so we've got a lot of weather to talk about, including damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes. So let's jump right into it. I do want to start y'all off down here in the Caribbean Sea. We've got tropical storm Melissa that is set to be a Category 1 hurricane tomorrow, and it will end up being a Category 4 hurricane. And as this moves through the Caribbean Sea, it's going to shoot off to the north, as all of our models are picking up on that. At some point, it is going to shoot up to the north, but this is a bad case scenario because it is literally going to stall right here at Jamaica. Jamaica is going to see catastrophical flooding, catastrophical damage from this hurricane. Category 4 right there at Jamaica, and Category 3 when it hits Cuba. GFS model says it will probably be a little bit more to the east, but it's still going to stall out at Jamaica and bring over 30 inches of rain in these areas. A catastrophic event. We don't really need this much rain at all. Let's look at one of our GFS models. This is our refractivity model. A tropical storm right now, but it will pick up steam really fast, and it's literally stalling east of Jamaica in a really strong hurricane, possibly even Cat 5, as it moves to Haiti and Dominican Republic, to basically Cuba, Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, all seeing impacts from this hurricane, and it shoots off to the northeast. Let's look at our other GFS model. This is our 850 millibar wind above our heads, and this is a massive hurricane, really strengthening really fast and stalling out east of Jamaica, probably making landfall. It is a really, really, really strong hurricane, and it shoots off to the northeast. Haiti, you would see major impacts too, and Cuba, Jamaica, all these places seeing impacts from this tropical storm. See what our spaghetti models are picking up at. All these are basically shooting off to the northeast, except one. I highly doubt this actually going into the Gulf, or even going either northern and west. It's mainly going to go northeast, and this is going to bring major impacts. But if it did go into the Gulf, which it is a very, very, very low chance, so impacts on the United States, very, very, very low. So if it did go into the Gulf, there would be little to no impacts. But if it did strengthen in the Gulf, it could shoot off to Georgia, Florida, Alabama. Not saying it will, and not saying it won't. So we'll have to just see. But all of these spaghetti models are picking up on it, moving northeast, and this is obviously going to bring major impacts. All right, enough talk about the tropics. Let's dive into our severe weather risk. On our day one outlook, we have a slight risk of severe weather in Texas only. This is a massive slight risk, almost taking up the entire Texas. If this is for scattered damaging winds, large hail, and tornadoes, there is a chance of that we actually see a few tornadoes. There is an elevated risk. They might even upgrade it. But on our day two outlook, same thing in Texas all the way into Mississippi. We have a slight risk of severe weather for damaging winds, large hail, and a few tornadoes. Elevated risk of 5% chance. And on our day three outlook, we have a marginal threat from Louisiana all the way into the panhandle of Florida and Alabama, Mississippi. This is for some damaging winds and hail. I'm not anticipating some tornadoes with this, but I wouldn't rule out a couple tornado warnings. All right, let's look at our day one outlook of tornadoes. 5% chance of tornadoes in Texas. This would be a the beautiful storms in Texas, rotating supercells, but they could bring impacts on cities, and a 5% chance is a little bit too high. We would rather have a 2% chance or a 0% chance. Same thing on our day 2 outlook. Almost the entire state of Louisiana is under a tornado risk, except for the northern part. And in Texas, you were under 5% chance of tornadoes. In Houston, actually. And Mississippi, you have a little sliver of Mississippi and a 5% chance of tornadoes. Damaging winds will be exceeding 75 to 80 miles per hour with these storms, so we could see some very, very fast winds on our day 1 and day 2 outlook. Large hail is going to be a massive problem, as we have a 15% chance, a significant chance, a hatch risk of seeing large hail all the way up to a baseball, maybe even softball size hail. So look out for your car windshield, and glass outside will be shattered. And please don't go outside because you could get very seriously injured. Day 2 outlook of hail, we have a 15% chance of seeing some hail, mainly in Texas actually, but I wouldn't rule out a storm in Louisiana having a little bit of hail. This is a lower risk of hail than today's risk. All right, let's look at our temperature anomalies over the 6 to 10 day outlook. Looking at below average temperatures in the east and above average temperatures in the west. This is a positive PNA. In the west, we had a negative, but now we have a negative in the east. This is a big trough in the east, bringing cooler than average temperatures, especially in Florida. And over the next few days, we could be seeing some 50s and 60s as rain showers come through Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi. 50s and 60s would be possible. I would even see a 30-degree temperatures for the lows. And over here in the west, we have positive PNA with the ridge, bringing 80 degrees temperatures, and this is going to last a pretty long time. As we look at our 8 to 14 day outlook, this ridge is getting stronger in the west, and this trough is getting a little bit weakening in the east, but you still are dealing with cooler than average temperatures. This goes into our 3 to 4 week outlook, still dealing with below average temperatures in the southeast. This is a kind of rare situation. We don't really see this that often. You usually would see some warmer temperatures. That's all the weather talk I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay weather prepared and weather savvy.